You want a part 2? Sweet. I get to talk about Ghost Panther. I'm Adam Andrews with Top 10 Nerd, and this is part 2 of the top 10 superhero fusions we want to see on the screen. Number 10, Hot Rocks. Benjamin, along with his brother Reed, were scientists who took an experimental rocket to travel beyond the confines of Earth's gravitational field. When they encountered cosmic radiation, the two's genetic structure was altered drastically. For Benjamin's Storm, his skin became a rock-hard like hide. He gained super strength, durability, and stamina, and he no longer ages. But he also got infused with pyrogenesis, similar to some guy called the Human Torch from Earth 616. I don't know, I never heard of that guy before. Now, going by the name Hot Rocks, he looks like living brimstone and is so cool. Way cooler than his brother, who is basically the fusion of Mr. Fantastic and Sue Storm. With Disney and Marvel's Fantastic Four movie coming up soon, the potential for this to happen is kind of on the rise, maybe a little bit. Number 9, Silver Racer. Marvel's Silver Surfer and DC's Black Racer were one of the many amalgamated DC and Marvel heroes in the awesome Amalgam universe, with the Surfer being the herald of the planet-eating Galactus and the Racer being the living embodiment of death. This combination is frighteningly powerful. Naturally, Amalgam combined these two into the Silver Racer. Silver here was once a man named Willie Lincoln, and becoming the Racer was the Asgardian avatar of death who gathered up fallen souls. Like the Black Racer, the Silver Racer could instantly travel through the cosmos, but unlike the Black Racer, Silver Racer did this with a conspicuous set of skis. Kind of like how Silver Surfer used a surfboard. Cosmic skis is just a hilarious concept, which gets kind of balanced as he also had the slightly more imposing ability to take lives with a single touch. Number 8, Onslaught. In the late 90s, a battle between Magneto and the X-Men had Magneto very violently rip all of the adamantium off of Wolverine's bones. Even that sentence alone just kinda makes me cringe in pain a little bit. Seeing his frenemy pull off this act of crazy violence, Professor X reached into Magneto's mind and just shut it down, straight up. Instead of that being the end of the story though, the psychic connection between these two powerful mutants caused the darkest impulses of both to merge and emerge as the villain Onslaught. Onslaught was basically Xavier and Magneto superglued together by pure evil. Every mind-based power you can think of from Xavier, along with astronomical magnetic manipulation from Magneto. Eventually, this crazy powerful villain went and absorbed two more powerful heroes, Nate Gray and Franklin Richards, giving him insane reality warping abilities. Onslaught was eventually defeated after a huge battle by the combined efforts of the X-Men, the Avengers, and the Fantastic Four, resulting in the death and rebirth of lots of those heroes. Number 7, Thorion. Thor, Marvel's Asgardian god of thunder, merged with Orion, the leader of DC's new gods, to form Thorion, or Thorion, the Hunter. In Thorion of the New Asgods, Thorion wielded the cosmic power of the Astro Force and his hammer to guard the uneasy peace between his home, New Asgard, and Thanoside's Apocalypse. With both Orion and Thor being incredibly powerful heroes, the potential of this fusion is utterly insane. When Loch Sad, Thorion's half-brother, used the reality-shattering Mother Cube to free the Promethean giants, the new Asgardians showed the full might of the Astro Force. So with a single strike from his awesome hammer, Thorion saved the universe, took out Caliban, Mangog, and Surtur, all of incredible power, and he evolved into the unimaginably powerful Celestial. Like most Amalgam characters, this is super unlikely to show up on a screen near me or you, especially because the new gods haven't even been mentioned in a live-action film yet, but it would be super cool. Number 6, Arach-Knight. I didn't know this was something I wanted until it was given to us. This hero is the combination of Spider-Man, aka Peter Parker, and Mark Spector, aka Moon Knight, which is something I never thought would actually go together. In this world, Peter Parker survived a fatal attack by a creature known as the Goblin by Night, which is Green Goblin mixed with a werewolf by night. But sadly, Aunt May and Uncle Ben were not so lucky. Peter was saved by a mystical spider, becoming the avatar of the spider totem. Peter's mind shattered into 4 different personalities, just like Moon Knight's. Now, he owns his own company and works as a vigilante hero. This one is more doable. We have both characters in the MCU, so just do a what if or do a warp world. Just do it, guys. Please. Number 5, End of Time Doom. Earth 14412 is home to a Dr. Doom who is a sort of fusion between the Star Brand, Iron Fist, the Sorcerer Supreme, and a Ghost Rider. He is the Fist of Iron, the Starbrand Supreme, the Master of Mystic Vengeance. He is the end of time Doom. In this reality, King Loki had destroyed all of humanity, with Doom being one of the few survivors. King Thor and his 3 daughters, the goddesses of thunder, restored life to the earth, and Doom showed up conveniently to conquer it, naturally. He completely owned the 3 granddaughters of Old King Thor, and he was only stopped when Old King Thor, who wielded the Thor Force, was also empowered by the Phoenix Force. So far in the MCU, we have only 2 of the 5 beings who make up this version of Doom, not including Doom himself. So, it may be a long time before we see this character show up, but it would be very amazing. Number 4, Deadpool the Duck. What do you get when you combine Deadpool and Howard the Duck, combined by a teleportation device bitten by an alien with space rabies? Well, you get the limited series Deadpool the Duck. Now, we have seen many characters as Deadpool, but this is obviously the best combo of them all. That's gonna be divisive. Oh boy. Deadpool's body completely vanished while he gained full control of Howard's body. Howard was now wearing the red and black pool costume. But Howard's winning personality didn't completely vanish. Other than just being the duck body, his true self was floating in the negative zone. While he was able to interact with Deadpool as a floating head that only Deadpool could see, who he kept calling Spirit Animal, much to Howard's annoyance. The story was wild and wacky, with Dead Duck or Deadpool or Mr. Pool the Duck or Howard Pool vomiting every 5 minutes. We technically have seen both these characters, so imagine a Ryan Reynolds CG duck. That would be cool. Number 3, Ghost Panther. Ghost Panther from Marvel's Warp World is a combination of the Wakandan Prince T'Challa, aka Black Panther, and the demonic spirit of vengeance Ghost Rider. These 2 characters combining together is perfect to explore a new aspect of culture meeting mythology, which is the excuse we're gonna use to justify a hellfire skeleton that rides a giant fiery panther. Don't you dare look at me and tell me that is not amazing. Don't you dare. God, I love comic books. In this story, T'Challa was exiled from Wakanda for his arrogance and came to America, becoming a stunt rider named Johnny Blaze. Good choice, very original. I wonder where he got the inspiration, I don't know. After an accident leaves him fighting for his life, a demon offers him his life in exchange for becoming the all-powerful Ghost Panther. Now, if we can get Ghost Rider in the MCU, like properly in the MCU, then I think this will need to be explored, because fiery panther riding skeleton. It sounds cool. Number 2, Dr. Strangefate. Dr. Strangefate is the only Amalgam character from the DC/Marvel Amalgam universe who understood the mashed up nature of said universe. And he also survived its destruction, meaning he survived the alienation of the 2 companies, which is impressive to say the least. With the combined might of 2 magical masters of the mystic arts, Marvel's Doctor Strange and DC's Dr. Fate, combined with a little extra Marvel's Professor X special sauce, not like that, Amalgam's Charles Xavier towed the line between hero and villain to protect his universe. After saving Nabu, the Ancient One, Xavier was trained in the mystic and martial arts. In addition to being the world's supreme sorcerer, Strangefate was also the world's most powerful telepath, putting him at a crazy level of power. And he was even able to sneak into Strange's consciousness and convince Strange to recreate Amalgam as a pocket dimension. We're getting Dr. Fate in Black Adam, and we have Doctor Strange, obviously. Now all we need is for DC and Marvel to chill the heck out, create the Amalgam universe, and we're good. And coming in at number 1, it's Iron Lantern. Marvel's Armored Avenger, Iron Man, and DC's Emerald Warrior, Green Lantern were combined to form Amalgam's Iron Lantern in 1997. While test flying an experimental super aircraft, inventor Hal Stark was tempted into investigating an alien crash site, which soon became his craft's crash site too. After being injured, Stark used the alien ship to create the Green Iron Lantern armor. While his quick thinking saved his life, it also gave the Iron Lantern a significantly awesome power boost. Constructs of green solid energy of huge size and complexity, plasma bolts, semi-sentient computers, flight, including flight at beyond the speed of light by using wormholes, time travel, unlimited telepathic powers, translation of virtually all languages, and force field generation, to list a few of the powers on his list. Not to mention being rich and charismatic. I think this is just a personal want for me to see it in the MCU or something. I don't know. Alright partners, that's all she wrote, but that ain't the end of the line. Sling us a comment, shoot that like button, square dance on that subscribe button here at the Saloon of Top 10. 10 nerd. I've been your host, Sheriff Adam Stringbean Andrews. You can find my socials down below, and until next time,